Welcome. I realized this was last minute, so a lot of people couldn't make it. So I am recording. I'm really glad that you could all join me tonight. I have been, as of late, feeling rather depressed and despairing at all the affairs of the world. 2+ years of isolation, caution, quarantine, division in politics, war and suffering. Yet it's spring, a time of renewal and new growth. A return, a new start. So I thought, what better time to start something new? Why not give some support, show some love, and do some magical work together? I think most of you know I recently finished getting my community ministry certification. And I'm also in the process of deacon training with Sacred Wells. So I've kind of really been feeling the pressure to not just sit at home and do nothing, but try and reach out the best I can. And given the atmosphere of the world, I figured it would be a good time to utilize some of our online abilities. I'm very grateful for our online setting so that we can reach out to one another and others can reach back. We're not alone. Let us begin. Sheath konev, nev kodoven, doven phonim, nerth tekal an forlan. We gather for peace. We gather for love. We gather for connection. In this virtual space, we invite the gods to join us. May our minds be clear and our ears sharp and our hearts open to their presence. Hail and be welcome. And in this space, we invite the spirits, those that walk with us, spirits of land and place, spirits of our home and hearth. Hail and be welcome. And in this space, we invite the ancestors, those that walked before us, who guide us and protect us. Hail and be welcome. We pray for peace. We pray for the innocent, the civilians, those caught in the middle. We pray for the women. We pray for the children. We pray for the men. We pray for justice, for the blood spilt because of greed, for the harm caused because of the desire for power, and for the cruel and unjustified ending of life. We pray for justice. We ask that the gods protect the mothers, the daughters and sisters, the sons and brothers. Protect those that fight against the injustice. And we pray for comfort of those whose homes have been lost, and those who struggle to fill their bellies, and those that have lost loved ones, and friends and community. We pray for their cry. We pray that their cries fall on the ears of those that can make a difference. May we find the generosity to aid where we can. May we open the doors and our hearts to their plight, and may we find the strength to continue to endure. And as we face an onslaught of divisiveness, anger, hatred, and cruelty, may we find the strength to be the tools of peace. Sheath bin Shiana, may it be 9 times eternal. I find myself stepping back more and more, and how could I not? Images of war, destruction, mothers dead in the street alongside the bodies of their children, pregnant mothers being bombed at maternity hospitals, Those that would make the world a better place shot down and murdered because of the lies and greed of an evil man. All of this after 2 years of isolation and quarantine, the exhaustion, depression, frustration amongst continuing unstable politics and divisiveness. I'm tired. My energy feeling as though it has been sucked away by all this negativity and anger. How many years has it been like this? I would argue it's been like this since the beginning of civilization. You have groups of people of shared interest. In the beginning, survival. And things go well, building and growing, creating. Food is procured, shelter built, needs met. And then a small group begin to want more. They crave power. They want more food, bigger shelters, bigger fires, all in the name of just making life better for their line. And soon they stop caring about anyone else. They become willing to step on others to reach the proverbial top. They want the neighbor's land, and anyone that stands in their way becomes collateral damage. Over and over, this story is told. Oh, sure, circumstances differ. Instead of rocks and clubs, it becomes swords and spears, arrows and guns, and then bombs and tanks. Nowadays, the story hides behind politics, but in the end, we're still fighting over resources, and we still call it a fight for survival, and it's not. We have enough in this world, but we always have someone, a group of someones, who hoard it all. Nowadays, there is rarely a true food shortage. Grocery stores in the US throw out so much food each day because they won't make a profit from it as it rots. And yet children across the world, including our own country, go hungry. People get huffy when you toss out the idea that maybe, just maybe, we should focus on sharing the resources, finding alternative renewable resources, and allowing others to have their most basic of needs met before focusing on whether or not a billionaire goes up into space for shits and giggles. But it's true, and it's always been like this. Somewhere in our short but long human history, we stopped valuing human life for what it is, something we only have one of. Sure, we might believe in reincarnation, but today, this is our life. We only have one today. What tomorrow brings might be different. Who we are today is not who we are tomorrow, or next year, or 10 years from now, or even when we are reincarnated. You will not be the you are now. Life is so precious. And yet, as long as we focus on me and you or I, as long as we believe that wealth and power are more important than us and we, and believe in the right and don't believe in the right to live, there cannot be peace. As long as we believe the lie that wealth and resources are something more valuable than life itself, a status to be achieved at all costs, there will always be suffering. There will always be war, where the other humans are nothing but collateral damage. But what can we do? Very little, it seems. We can grow, and we can learn, and we can adapt. We can connect and keep spreading the message that wealth and the hoarding of resources isn't worth it. We can continue to educate ourselves, learn from the past, but not be so attached to it that we cannot move forward. We can be content with a simple life. As pagans and witches, we have an unending love for the earth. Extreme wealth and hoarding resources actively harms the earth. As nature lovers and worshipers, learning to coexist with nature is one of the most important skills we can embody. And of course, we can show tolerance, respect, and flexibility to one another, including those that are coming from different places. This isn't so easy. We cannot tolerate intolerance and hate, but we can try to understand where fear and anger and hatred comes from. Of course, this is simple, probably a naive way to look at how to save the world. We all know that it's more complex than this. But when we truthfully look at the situation and at ourselves, what we can possibly do without getting frustrated and feeling helpless, the answer is we can only be ourselves. We can only take care of the small portion of the world we are in, and that literally might be our small little community. But we can still shine bright. Let go of the notion that we have power, that we want power, that we need power. Accept that there is little that we can do, but the thing that we can do is something we already have within: showing kindness, compassion, using our voices to stand up for what's right. And instead of arguing with those that aren't going to listen or care, smile and walk away. Kill them with kindness or something like that. Our true power isn't what we're told it is. It's not wealth or financial influence, the ability to bend minds to our will. It's the power to be a reflection of the best of humanity, our higher selves that carry the glimmer of the divine. At this time, I will share a few requests for prayers that I received. Prayers for our beloved dead. May we love and honor them, and may our hearts be healed. And now we will go into a blessing and meditation. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Just breathe in and out, slowly, as long as you're comfortable. These past few weeks, months, and probably years have been hard. They've brought out fears, anxieties, anger, and sadness for some of us, and grief. But spring is nearly upon us, and with it, renewal. The wheel ever turns, each season a purpose. Go through your body with each breath, starting with your head. Breathe in and feel for any tension and stagnant energy within it. As you breathe out, release that tension and stagnation. If you need to focus on an area longer, do so. If you are uncomfortable, relax and focus on your breath rather than your body. Starting with your head and your face, your ears and your eyes and your mouth, your jaw. Breathe in. And release. Now let that breath go into your neck. You might want to roll your neck if you want. Breathe in and out and release the tension. And now your shoulders. And down your arms. And your fingers. Focus on your chest and your lungs, filling them and releasing. and then your stomach, and your lower belly. Feel as your breath goes into your hips. And down your breath, or down your legs. Thighs. Calves. Ankles. Your feet and your toes. When you feel completely relaxed, let your mind trace over your body and then dissolve into the darkness. Your body and your mind are now floating within liminal space. It is a safe space, warm and filled with a feeling of calmness and comfort. The blackness around you begins to take shape, and you find yourself in a garden. Around you is a clean, freshly prepped bit of earth with green grass and trees beginning to fill out with lush leaves going far into the distance. It's bright and sunny, and with blue sky and a warm breeze. On the ground, there are seeds ready to be planted. These seeds are the things you need in the upcoming season and year. Strength, resiliency, patience. Only you know what you need, though. Take note of each. Hold the seed in your hand. Whisper what you need. Don't be afraid to get down now and get your hands dirty. Plant the seeds deep in the ground. Tend them. Water them. Watch as they magically begin to grow. The first sprouts piercing through the ground into the first leaves, and then more, growing taller and taller. The seeds begin to grow into the most beautiful flowers you've ever seen, and when they bloom, a blessing falls from them. This is your gift for you to carry with you. Thank the earth for your gift, and then allow the scene to fade back into the blackness. Stay in that comfortable place, letting the calmness seep into your soul. You can also feel a sense of renewal and of purpose. Like the seeds you planted, you can feel your own roots have dug deeper and are now deep within the soil of earth. As you travel those roots back up, you start to feel the confines of your body. The darkness is fading as you begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes and find yourself back in your body fully. And before you open your eyes, I'll offer this Gaelic blessing from John Rutter. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining stars to you. Deep peace of the infinite peace to you. I hope that strengthened and renewed you. I'll always tell you to take some time to journal, so make sure you do that. And be sure to ground a piece of chocolate, something delicious, cold water, nourish your bodies. And with that, our time ends. We give thanks to the ancestors. May you ever walk with us, guiding and protecting us. Hail and merry part. We give thanks to the spirits that joined us. May there ever be peace between us. Hail and merry part. And we give thanks to the gods that accompanied us and made their presence known. Hail and merry part. She hath been Sheanah, may it be 9 times eternal. And I give thanks to all of you that joined me today. Hail to you and merry part.